Dewdrop Inn was at the heart of New Orleans' music scene during the heyday of rhythm and blues, from 1945 through the late 60s. It was a venue for the city's top artists, from Dave Bartholomew to Alan Toussaint. But it was also more than that.
It was an incubator of the indigenous culture because most of the proponents, they hung out there and played there, and they had a hotel upstairs, a restaurant, they had a barbershop, you get your hair done, and you could see entertainers from all over New Orleans, and it was drawing entertainers and singers and musicians from other parts of the country, like Ray Charles. He used to come to the Dewdrop, and the Dewdrop was famous for all of these jam sessions that last into the morning hours.
As a hub in the network of black entertainment venues called the Chitlin Circuit, the Dewdrop served as a community center and booking agency. Owner Frank Painia also gave black artists a dignified place to eat and sleep while touring the Jim Crow South. Singer Lavelle White came from Texas.
He had good cooks there. He had a place for us to stay upstairs, and it was a great place. And it was just wonderful. I mean, I enjoyed it. I was a teenager, and this is where I met Irma Thomas, Earl King. This is where I met Guitar Slim, and this is where I met various artists, Lee Dorsey.
Entertainment in the Dewdrop's Groove Room evolved from vaudeville-style variety shows.
Have what you would call an exotic dancer, and she'd come out and dance. Then we had a comedian, Lollipop Jones. He was on the show.
Cotton played with the influential bluesman Guitar Slim.
He had a long cord on his guitar, and he had a guy from Mississippi. His name was Jimmy. Jimmy would carry him on his shoulder, and he'd parade all around.
The Dewdrop was also known for performers then called female impersonators, including Patsy Vidalia.
Patsy was the MC to the Dewdrop, and Patsy used to dress out and sing, and let me see, what was that he used to sing? I'm going up on the mountain to face the rising sun. If I find anything good, I'm gonna bring my good man some, 'cause I'm a hip-shaking mama. And I love to Georgia Brown so slow. Well, he used to be yours, but he won't be yours anymore. Now, this was Patsy's number, and he opened the Dewdrop with that. All the shows, Patsy sang that.
Shows at the Dewdrop wound down in the late 60s, though Painia's family kept the barbershop open. The building flooded when the levees failed during Hurricane Katrina, and it's been empty ever since. After trying for years to find funding to restore it, in 2021 the family sold it to developer Curtis Doucette. Doucette's uncle, a drummer, had lived in the Dewdrop for a time and hung out with Little Richard, a fixture there in the 50s.
My uncle's new wife had just come from California learning all the new makeup techniques, and so Little Richard was like, your makeup's wonderful. Who does your makeup? And she said, I do it. Well, she said, the next thing you know is they're both in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom with Little Richard doing his makeup, and she was the first person to put the mole on his face that he wore forever.
Now, Doucette's renovating the facility to make it as close to what it used to be as possible.
This will be a music venue again. There's going to be a groove room. It will also be a hotel again. And then we're also adding a swimming pool in the back, which is a touch that wasn't there.
Inside, it'll be laid out just like it was back in the day.
You'd have to have a pretty long memory to remember the building like it looked when it was at its height in 1953, but that's what it'll look like again.